Brexit has divided the nation over the last 4 years, but the arguments stem back much further, and they almost saw former Prime Minister Harold Wilson give away the UK's nuclear secrets. The move came during the 60s, at the height of the Cold War, as the US and Soviet Union battled it out to be the ultimate superpower on the ground and in space. Both nations had already tested several nuclear weapons, and other countries, including Britain and France, were eager to get a slice of the action too. Papers from 1967 show that Mr. Wilson approached former French President Charles de Gaulle for a meeting to discuss the possibility of working together on a separate nuclear agreement should Britain be accepted into the EEC, the EU's precursor. The brief reads, "Our first 2 Polaris submarines have already been launched. We plan that all 4 should be operational by December 1969. We are taking steps to ensure that our Polaris missiles will remain as effective weapons if the Russians complete their deployment of an ABM system. We have, however, decided not to buy the Poseidon missile or to embark on the development of a new generation of nuclear weapons in cooperation with the U.S. The UGM-73 Poseidon missile was the second U.S. Navy nuclear-armed submarine-launched ballistic missile (SLBM) system, powered by a 2-stage solid-fuel rocket. However, Mr. Wilson was seemingly uninterested in this weapon and wanted to use the UK's position as a nuclear power to gain entry to the EEC. His brief continued, "In a few years' time, therefore, our military-nuclear relationship with the U.S., as it has existed since Nassau, will probably be coming to an end. We may then face a choice between renewing such nuclear cooperation with the U.S. or developing our nuclear policy in a primarily European context. How this decision moves forward is bound to be determined largely by the possibilities presented to Britain of a fuller participation in Europe's economic and political developments." Mr. Wilson, then, appeared to be hinting that he could share the UK's nuclear secrets with the bloc, but his efforts were in vain. General de Gaulle, who served as President of France from 1959 to 1969, said "non" to Britain's EEC membership application later in 1967, humiliating Mr. Wilson in the process. It came 4 years after his first veto, when it was Harold Macmillan he rejected with repeated references to Britain's insular and maritime status. Britain, he argued, was not European enough and had, in all her doings, very marked and very original habits and traditions. He added, "In short, the nature, the structure, the very situation that are England's differ profoundly from those of the Continentals.